Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the Tangle frames from CZT Lisa Heron. All right, this is a cool tangle, and doing this one today was inspired by Debbie from the Facebook group, by Tangle Addicts community group on Facebook. And because she did something like this, it made me think of this tangle for our daily tangles. So starts off, number one, honestly, any shape that you want. Do take a look at the For More Inspiration link, so that way you can see some of the really cool ideas that Lisa has on there. So I'm gonna use like squares and rectangles, and I'm gonna just start here. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna do sort of rounded corners. And then we're going to aura it. And this one I'm going to do on the outside. And here's a course correction idea, because I know I have certainly done this before, where I draw something and I'm like, oh, it's a little too big or a little too small, whatever the case may be. But when you're doing something like this, it's like, well, there's a course correction opportunity where you could either do the aura on the inside or the outside. So that's just sometimes kind of nice. All right, next step. So we've done a square or rectangle, aura, inside or outside, whichever you prefer. And then we're going to utilize the hollow technique to an extent. What I'm going to do is, so I'm just going to start this this next box. And I'm not going to complete this section. That section is underneath here. Normally in hollow, we're going through something. So, the idea is you pick up your pen, you travel it across, and then you continue on the other side. This is a little bit easier, similar concept though, right? Because, we're drawing this we're not drawing, but we don't have to worry about it meeting up. That's the nice thing about doing this. And then again, we're going to aura. This one I'm going to do on the inside. Like so. And we just continue this however you want to. Just working behind little corners like that. Let's see. I'm going to do one here. Maybe this one will go a little bit more rectangle-y. And whoa, let's come up there. I could have put it underneath here too, and that would have been fine. What's nice about this is that, even if I had done that, it still would have been okay. It wouldn't have mattered. It just would have been, oh, this is a really long frame behind here. So it's very forgiving. And then feel free to turn your tile and add as you would like to add. So like here. And then one thing to consider, so for instance, if I decided in my head that I wanted this to be, only this big, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put two little lines here where that frame, and look at how, that makes it convincing. That's what I call it in my book. When we're working behind like that, even something that small, it's like, yep, it matters. So think about that as you're doing, the hollow technique like that. All right, and then let's do another one here. And it's just nice to make it, however you want to have your ensemble of frames go. And let me just put another one here. And like that. And, every once in a while to kind of take a look. Do you feel like you're done? If you are, great. If not, you can always add something else. I'm feeling like it's done, but I do feel like I need to have something over here. So but I don't want to have, I have kind of three of the same shape here. Oh, we'll do a rectangle-y one. We'll come out here. A thin one. There, that makes me happier. All right. Neat tangle, right? Now, you can do all kinds of things with this. Let me share some ideas. Do I share the ideas first, or do I do the shading first? Let's do the shading first. All right. So here is an idea. So if you want to leave this plain, I'll backtrack. Let me share the ideas. So this was one I was just kind of playing with, and so you could put little tangles on the inside, or you can just do some straight lines so that looks like glass. You don't have to fill them in at all if you don't want to. And then on the outsides, you could. This I did orbs and filled in behinds. Of course, some solid, just some zigzag. Lots of neat ideas. And some things come out of course corrections, but I'm not going to tell you where I did that. But it's what a neat idea, for number one for showcasing tangles, because that's just kind of cute. But it's just a neat little addition to our collection of tangles. Now, if you want to shade it, I haven't shaded this one yet, but this might be easier to see. I'm going to start off with, and let's see. I'm going to, regardless of what's behind here, I'm going to put graphite around this one here. And, whoops, what I did there. Oh my goodness. And just spreading it out a little bit with the tortillon. Make up for that mess right there. We'll make a here's what I'll do is we'll make a deeper shadow on the one side on all of them. Okay. And then, and I didn't have to stop there, but let me point out one thing is this almost looks brighter than the rest. And I think that is just the coolest thing with shading. All right. Actually, let me do this so that way I'm not flipping my tile constantly. I'm just going to put stuff on the one side. We'll turn. We'll kind of do each side separately because it's nice to have the point of your pencil basically on the line that you're adding the shading, or where you want it to be the darkest is another way to think about it. Because what I don't want to do is reach over here, and sometimes I've done that, when I'm just being kind of lazy. Lazy or sloppy, one or the other. It ends up being sloppy is what it ends up being. Okay. And final side. And even if I'm not hitting every one, I'm going to have enough graphite on my tortillon to last for a while. All right, and then same idea that I did here. Oops, let's see, I missed right there. Let me do that part last. And again, I'm just spreading out the graphite. I'm not really doing the circle. Oh, I'm doing a little bit of circles, but it's more of a back and forth motion because I don't necessarily want it spread out. Let's see, wow. Oh, I might have to just come back to this with a little bit more. I just want the graphite spread out enough to kind of create a neat shadowy effect. But at the same time, so I don't want it to overtake all of the frames. So if I had tangles in them, I wouldn't necessarily want it to be covered up, but I do like the effect of having the graphite on there. And again, just continuing to, turn the tile and this one, because I can kind of go up and across and then up again without turning the tile. It doesn't cause too many issues. But look at how neat in 3D that has come off just by adding some graphite to each side. And where's that one? Oh, I can't find it. I think I had enough. Really, it was right there. That I didn't put the line down because, like I said, if you have a small area, you don't have to put the pencil line. You can just use what's on your tortillon and and see if that works. Because sometimes you get too much packed up on the tortillon, and then it's it can end up too dark. I'm going to add this a little bit, but I think I'll do that after this, and then I will put it on the front graphic. But isn't that a neat idea? Actually, I'm going to turn it this way because I did say, since I went kind of crazy on this side, let's pull this out a little bit further. And this, just to be kind of consistent. Normally in Zentangle, we don't worry about light source and things like that. But sometimes, I mean, if you're familiar with it and want to utilize that kind of a technique, by all means. Just normally we don't worry about it. So cool tangle. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to check the description section again for step outs and ways to connect with me. So if you enjoyed this and maybe you want to have fun at a live online class, would love to have you. Information is on my website and also ways to connect with me. So if you liked my style and want to join me, I like to have fun with Zentangle. Still get the meditative, mindful benefit from it, and we get some laughs too. So best of all worlds. If you enjoy the video, also would love to have the thumbs up or the like. Feel free to share it, and if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, I'd love to have you be a subscriber. And with that, thanks again for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.